Go ahead.
Well, how did you first become interested in Walsh?
I first became interested in Walsh probably when I was in 6th grade or so. My brother was looking for high schools, and we're from South Euclid, Ohio, so it's a good 26-mile jaunt. And he really liked the place when he came down here. And when I had an opportunity in 8th grade to look at schools, it was between here and Ignatius. And I visited both places, did well in both entrance exams, went there, went here, and it really was a no-brainer for me. I really just felt this place exuded community. I felt like I was part of something here. Not to say anything bad about Ignatius, because Ignatius is a great school. I just didn't get that feeling when I was there. Keep in mind, both schools were all male at the time. So that got me interested in Walsh, and then when I was here, loved it as a student. Talking about coming back here, I spent about 5 years in Baton Rouge, Louisiana after college, and I was teaching there in a volunteer/graduate service program. And it was also at that time that I was discerning whether or not I should be single, I should be married, I should go into the priesthood. I wasn't certain, and I thought it would be best to come closer to home to make that decision. And I left Baton Rouge about a month before Katrina hit, which was fortuitous on my part, and came back here and met a gentleman while I was going through this discernment who was at an inner city school in Cleveland, Mr. Carl Ertl, and he sold me on going there. And so for a year I did that, but I was still sort of discerning, decided priesthood wasn't where God was calling me, and but it was through that I met my wife. So thanks to Mr. Ertl for that one. But my parents had a conversation with Father Prain, who happened to be at Walsh at the time, and he had mentioned there was a possibility, an opening at Walsh, and would I be interested? Mrs. LaRappy's making a face at me right now. And so, it was just one of those weird coincidences that I was interested. I was looking for a place to be. I remembered how wonderful Walsh was. Never thought I'd have the opportunity to come back here, but it made sense, and they wanted me, and so here I am. The rest is history. It's good stuff.
What specifically do you do for Walsh?
Specifically, what do I do? I am specifically the assistant principal for faculty and student development here, which is a very nebulous title. It includes a whole number of things. Specifically, that means working with our faculty members, working with our students, our clubs, our extracurriculars in terms of their development overall as individuals, not just in the classroom, but also along the lines of the mission. What also that means, especially this year, something new, is that I'm working more hand-in-hand with our campus ministers. We have 2 new campus ministers, Mr. Blanche and Ms. Frazier, who are doing a fantastic job. But being more, overseeing the business end of it, helping them as they develop new programs, and so having a hand in that. And then anything else that comes up throughout the day, whether it's attending meetings and curriculum, I know Mr. Hossman's fond of saying he puts out fires all day long. We do a little bit of that as well. So we have a hand in discipline. Sometimes case with Mr. Larlin will come up to us. It might be working with different parents. It might be setting up chairs for an all-school mat. Lots of things happen on a daily basis. Most of the time I never even get to opening my email, which is unfortunate or fortunate. So I can bring a lot of it home. But never a dull day. And the thing that's different about being an administrator, it's always something new on a daily basis.
What's the hardest part?
I'd say hardest part right now is with 2 girls who are 2 years old and 5 months, balancing home and school. Being able to, before when I was either single or just recently married, I could take a whole lot of work home and be able to do it at night, and I can't really do that as much anymore. And so that balance has been difficult, but manageable. I love it. I love my girls. I love my wife, and that's fun. And I still love my job. Other than that, I think there are some difficult decisions